Hey buddy. So as you have seen already, got a new pack. The Ultimate Direction FKT one. This is an older version. They have it on sale quite much at the moment. I was fortunate enough or lucky enough to actually get it for half price. So I paid about 65 euros for it, which is amazing for what you get. Otherwise, it's about 120 or so, 125 euros. They still have it a little bit on discount on, it's from Austria, it's called Bergfreunde. For the UK market, it's Mountain Friends, pretty much. Definitely take a look at it. So, my thoughts about it. It's actually a pretty good backpack. You know, I can carry my big ass camera with me. And all kinds of other shit. It's about 20-25 liters. Otherwise, you have a big flask. I'm not very fond of this one. I prefer the Salomon ones. More to it a little bit later, but it's decent. You have GPS pocket, you have like a key pocket or whatever, and then a phone pocket or, you know, for all kinds of other stuff, and little tiny pockets for gels and whatnot. It's a bit complicated to set it up, at least in my opinion. I'm a fairly slim guy, so for me, I had to, you know, you have those three little options here with a strap. I actually cut this one because it was extremely long. It was like, you know, like a meter long or something like that. So I just cut that off. Otherwise, it would have annoyed the shit out of me, dangling along. I find it, even though this is the small medium version, I find it a little bit too big for me. That's why I set it here. Fairly good fit actually. Once you set it up properly, it actually works pretty well. You have the two straps here with a emergency whistle to it as well. This one doesn't flex, which I don't really like. It should be a little bit more flexible, you know, so when you start breathing heavily or whatever, you know, you have a little bit more flex in the whole material. And that is the biggest downside actually on this one is the fabric. It's stiff. The only flexible material that you have is this pocket here, which works really well. I have a Salomon Sense Ultra 8, which is entirely made out of this material, and this one really breathes. You know, it really flexes. You can, like, I have the small version, and that one really, really works well for me because, you know, you don't wear so much, you know, and then, hey, Anurok, be careful there. He's just trying to knock over the camera. What this does is it is a little bit more made for people who are a bit more on the heavier side or actually wear more clothing. So this one is a little bit more made, in my opinion, for people who do, like, you know, longer fast hikes or whatever. Hence FKT, you know, it's not necessarily for ultra marathon running or whatever, you know, it's a little bit more for a little bit slower pace, at least in my opinion, you know. People can use it differently, but I think it's not as slick and tight as I would like to have it, so in order to actually like run fast with it, because it starts bouncing a little bit too much. Anyway, pocket-wise, you have this opening here, big pocket opening with a little extra pocket here. You can actually see you sweat through it a lot. So the whole material is actually breathing fairly well, but if you want to keep something a little bit more dry, you definitely have to put it in a dry bag. Otherwise, you just sweat through it like hell. And the way up here, it is quite high humidity at the moment, so you're definitely gonna sweat right quite into it. This pocket, and then you have a tiny pocket here as well, in order to pack all kinds of shit left and right. I think that works fairly well. You have two slings for you know, ice axes or whatever, but here you can still like strap a helmet on and whatnot, you know, so it is quite universally useful, but like I said, there is a couple downsides. So this one is really made for like longer, faster hikes and whatnot, you know, and if you're going out on day trips and you really want to go lightweight, which that thing definitely is, you know. And I come from a quote-unquote world where I walked around in a Bergen's power frame backpack, which is a 130 plus backpack, walking around for 2.5 weeks, then resupplying and another 2.5 weeks, you know, and was walking around with 36 kilo on my back. Those days are over. I'm on ultra lightweight stuff, and hydration wise, definitely have a flask in front because you are much more likely to actually use it. I actually discussed it with a friend of mine the other day. Definitely use this. It's much better. Have a good one, guys.